Okay, let's start the topic with dimensional analysis. So dimensional analysis start with the topic Rayleigh's method. So Rayleigh's method is the method to find the dimension of a variable that depends on maximum 3 to 4 variables. Okay, so you write the equation of that variable in terms of the dependent variables to the power some numerical indexes. So ABCD are the numerical indexes, and when you compare the left hand side and right hand side, the indexes when you will compare with the fundamental dimensions, then you can find the expression for by. Okay, now second method is Buckingham's pi method. Okay, so in Buckingham's pi method, if you are having n quantities or a variable involving m fundamental quantities, okay, or fundamental variables, then they can be expressed in terms of n minus m dimensionless independent terms. Okay, so these dimensionless independent terms are the pi terms. Okay, so using n quantities means n variables, you will be given n variables. Okay, these n variables will constitute of m fundamental variables, means mass, length, temperature, time. Okay, so these variables, then n variables will involve m fundamental variables. Okay, then these n variables can be expressed in terms of n minus m dimensionless independent terms. Okay, now we will have three repeating variables. Okay, chosen from these n variables, we will choose three repeating variables. Okay, so first repeating variable defines geometry of the flow, means length, breadth, height and depth. Okay, or diameter, anything. So that is the first repeating variable. Okay, now the second repeating variable defines the fluid properties, means density, viscosity and surface tension. Okay, so this is density rho, this is dynamic viscosity, this is kinematic viscosity and this is surface tension. So second repeating variable defines the fluid properties. Okay, so density, viscosity, surface tension. Okay, so these are the variables that defines the fluid properties. Now third repeating variables defines motion. Okay, example is velocity, acceleration, discharge, force acting and gauge pressure. Okay, so excess pressure is also known as gauge pressure. So these are the three repeating variables that we will choose. Now we have to note that no two repeating variables can have the same dimension, means if you are choosing one, you have to choose three repeating variables. Now if you have chosen one repeating variable, then second repeating variable and or the third repeating variable should not have the same dimension as the first variable, or if you are chosen first and second, then third variable should not have the same dimension as of first or second variable. So no two repeating variables can have the same dimension. Now dependent variables cannot be a repeating variable. Okay, so if you are having a dependent variable, then that dependent variable you cannot make it to a repeating variable. You cannot choose that dependent variable as a repeating variable. Okay, now we will see one problem on that. Like discharge is a function of density, height, gravity, velocity, surface tension and angle. Okay, so means inclination, alpha is the inclination. So discharge is dependent on density, height, gravity, velocity, surface tension and inclination. Okay, so this is involving three fundamental variables, okay, MLT. Now, so there will we have four, because these are n, number of n is 7, okay, number of n quantities is 7, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this q is also there. So we are having 7 quantities, okay. So there we have 7 quantities, and these 7 quantities involve three fundamental quantities, okay. So we will have 7 minus 3 is equal to 4 dimensionless terms, okay. So pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 and pi 4 are the dimensionless terms, okay. Now we have chosen first repeating variable as rho, second repeating variable as g, and third repeating variable as h, okay. So we equated, okay, and multiplied the rest, okay. So q, sigma and mu, okay. Now q is not has been taken as a repeating variable because it is a dependent variable, okay. So in this way you will find the values, and then you are representing pi 1 as a function of pi 2, pi 3 and pi 4. So this is the way Buckingham's theorem is used, okay. Now alpha is a dimensionless term, so it has given one individual pi value, okay, because pi is also dimensionless, alpha is also dimensionless, okay, and you have to give one value to alpha also. So alpha is equal to pi 4, given one individual pi value. Now we have model and prototype, okay. So comparison between model and prototype. So if you have a prototype and you have made a model of that, it is used for checking that whether we are making a machine is comparable to be used in a environment or not. So we make a model for that machine. So one machine is known as prototype, and for the checking that prototype we make a model and use that model to check the efficiency of that machine or engine or any product, okay. So similarity between model and prototype is, first one is geometrical similarity. So length ratio is equal to length of the model by length of the prototype, or breadth of the model by breadth of the prototype, or depth of the model by depth of the prototype. D can be depth or D can be a diameter also, okay. Now length ratio is known as a scale ratio, okay. Now second we have area ratio. So area ratio is area of the model by the area of the prototype is equal to length ratio whole square. We have volume ratio is equal to volume of the model by the volume of the prototype is equal to cube of length ratio. Then we have kinematic similarity, which is the in which we have first time ratio, means time of the model by time of the prototype. Then velocity ratio means velocity of the model by velocity of the prototype. Now this is equal to length ratio by time ratio, okay. Now we have acceleration ratio as acceleration of the model by acceleration of the prototype, which is equal to length ratio by time ratio whole square, okay. Again in the kinematic similarity we have discharge ratio is equal to discharge of the model by discharge of the prototype equal to length ratio to the power cube. It's length ratio, it's written L3, no it's not L3, it's LR. So LR to the cube by TR, okay. So this is the kinematic similarity, means LR to the cube by TR, okay. So in geometrical similarity we have length ratio, area ratio and volume ratio, while in kinematic similarity we have time ratio, velocity ratio, acceleration ratio and discharge ratio, okay. It's also a discharge ratio or volumetric ratio, volumetric flow ratio, okay. This has the unit of volumetric flow rate, okay. Volumetric flow rate meter cube per second. So this is a ratio of volumetric flow rate, okay. Q is the discharge or better you say volumetric flow rate, okay, ratio of volumetric flow rate. Now third we have dynamic similarity, okay. So in dynamic similarity we have to check the similarity of various numbers Okay, so first one is Reynolds number, second number is Mach number, third number is Euler's number, fourth one is Weber's number, and fifth one is Froude's number. Okay, Reynolds number, as you know, Mach number, you know, V by C, Euler's number, okay, then Weber number and Froude's number. Okay, so Reynolds number is equal to inertia force by viscous force, okay, is equal to VLC by mu, or it's not mu, it's kinematic viscosity. So VLC by kinematic viscosity, and characteristic length LC is equal to 4A by P. Okay, A is the area of cross section through which the flow is happening, and P is the wetted perimeter, okay, or the perimeter of the flow. Okay, so and again Froude numbers is equal to a square root of inertia force by gravity force. Okay, Mach number is equal to inertia force by surface elastic force. Okay, under root Mach number is also is equal to elastic force, so Mach number is equal to inertia force by elastic force under root is equal to V by C. Okay, now V is the velocity of the body in the fluid, okay, with respect to the boundary. Okay, with respect to the boundary, because boundary is the inertial frame. Okay, so so you are computing velocity as per the inertial frame. So V is the velocity of the body with respect to the boundary. Okay, now C is the speed of sound in that medium. Okay, so if you are having one fluid, so a speed of sound in that fluid. Okay, so C is the speed of sound in that fluid, and V is the velocity of any body moving in that fluid. Okay, and V is with respect to the boundary. Okay, inertial condition, inertial frame is boundary. Okay, so M is equal to V by C. V is the velocity in the fluid by C is the velocity of the sound in that medium. Okay, now Weber's number is equal to inertia force by surface tension force, and Euler's number is equal to inertia force by pressure force. Okay, so a Reynolds number is not having a square root, other all numbers are having a square root. Okay, so square root of Fi by Fg, Fi by Fe, Fi by Fs, Fi by Fp. Okay, and various Fi values are given here. So inertia force, viscous force, gravity force, pressure force, elastic force, and surface tension force. Okay, so in dynamic similarity, we have to equate the these following 5 numbers. So Reynolds number, Mach number, Euler's number, Weber number, and Froude number. Okay, Froude. Okay, now Weber is Weber, and Euler's, it's not Euler, Euler's. So Euler's is Eulers, Ler. Okay, Euler. So Euler's. Now geometrical similarity means, no, for kinematic similarity, geometrical similarity is a must. Okay, and for dynamic similarity, both kinematic similarity and geometrical similarity is must, but not enough. Okay, so you have to perform more. For dynamic similarity, you have to do the dynamic similarity also. Now for complete similarity, all three must be similar. Okay, so if you want to have the complete similarity between model and prototype, then you have to perform the similarity of all the three ratios. Okay, so it should be geometrically similar, kinematic similar, and dynamic similar. Okay, now Moody's diagram for smooth pipe. So it's not a not it concerns the dynamic analysis, but it is related to flow in pipes. Okay, so it's okay, it deals with the fluid mechanics, so it is important. So Moody's diagram for a smooth pipe. So this is the diagram of friction factor with respect to Reynolds number. Okay, so these are the curves that we obtain when we plot the graph of friction factor versus Reynolds number in a smooth pipe. So A is obtained for laminar flow, B, C, D are obtained for turbulent flow in rough pipe. Okay, E is for turbulent flow in a smooth pipe. Okay, and A is for laminar flow. So this is laminar flow, E is turbulent flow, and BCD are turbulent flow in rough pipe. Okay, so this is the Moody's diagram. Okay, friction factor versus Reynolds number. Now once again, not concerned with dimension analysis but concerned with fluid mechanics. Okay, so in turbulent flow, pressure drop is higher, shear stress at wall is higher, maximum velocity is lower. Okay, now drag coefficient drops when flow changes from laminar to turbulent. Okay, so drag coefficient we have studied earlier, so just an additional information that I am giving you, so add this into that. Okay, now fully developed flow means velocity profile does not change in the direction of flow. So this all has been mentioned earlier also. So now pressure, there is a definition of bluff body. This is has not been taught. So bluff body means pressure drag is much more than friction drag. Okay, so this is the end of the chapter. So whatever I have taught you additionally, add these terms into the previous notes that you are having for that topic. Okay, so thank you.